What's up, guys? Daily Fantasy Nerds here. I'm made at 5.0. This is BJ. What's up? We got our site up right here, Daily Fantasy Nerds. We're bringing you daily advice. MLB, NBA. Waiting basically for NBA playoffs because fuck the season right now. This shit sucks. It's way too crazy. But other than that, we're gonna be starting with MLB opening day. BJ's the mastermind. I'm just kind of a facilitator. But yeah, so this is our page. We got different pages. We got the home, about us, daily fantasy articles. We'll bring you new articles every day. Now that MLB started, we'll be able to do some videos at night, get those up for you guys. Especially articles too, because I'm working and shit, and BJ's always at home. So now we can get some quality articles up at night, and we'll get it going. BJ, let me know, how did you do today? What happened for today? I got our MLB opening day.
Basically, I don't know, that opening day is always kind of tough, because there's no stats for the season. You obviously have last season stats, but people get better, over the off season. Yeah, exactly. People get worse, people get older. Today, though, who really kind of took over was Felix Hernandez, who dominated last season, has been dominating his whole career. Nobody trusted him for some reason today, being in the slugfest on DraftKings. He was only 4% owned. He pitched, 4%? What was that, 7 innings and had 10 strikeouts, only had 1 walk. He was your top pitcher tonight. I had a lot of him, actually.
How did Kershaw do?
My 9 entries in the slugfest, I had him of 6. So I had a lot of exposure. So, just based off that alone, what you guys will come to find out if you're kind of new is pitching gets all your points. Pitching is very key.
Pay for pitching.
So, yeah, that was good. Also, Johnny Cueto. Johnny Cueto was 7% owned, and he had the same kind of stats. He was 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, but he didn't get the win. The Reds bullpen kind of gave out, and they ended up winning the game, but it was after what became a no decision for Cueto. But you guys will come to find that out more. We'll stress it a lot in our articles. We'll talk about it in our recap videos like these tonight, but pitching is everything. You got to pay for pitching. Pitching is where you make your money. Of the winner tonight on DraftKings Slugfest, I think the total is going to be 210-ish
for the
pitchers?
Win. Do you know?
It's probably going to be Buchholz and Hernandez probably. Let me just double check for you guys real quick. Yeah, dude, and they combined for 70 of their 210 points.
So, pitchers are going to be like a good 50%, right? At least. Anywhere from 30 to 50%.
Cash, probably.
Yeah.
Like in some of my lineups, I have 3 or 4 guys who didn't even get on base, and I'm still able to cash because my pitching was so solid today. Yeah, first place is 210. He had Scherzer. This one was kind of different though. He had Scherzer and Alvarez. Alvarez isn't too hot tonight. Yeah. But for the guy who finished in 4th at 201, he had Buchholz and Colbert, so that's a combined almost 60 fantasy points. 1/3 or a little bit less than that, but about 1/3 of your lineup is going to be dependent on 2 players. Yeah. So to win like a GPP and stuff like that and do well in cash games, you're going to need your pitching to come on home. And it'll kind of get easier as the season moves on because you can kind of see how pitchers are doing this year. But for opening day, I think you just play safe. Don't
blow all your money in one day. I only had $5 in today because I knew it was gonna be like a new season. Like no one knows what's gonna go down, so I didn't even try really. I just kind of put $5 in. I'm following BJ's lead for the most part here because I'm kind of new to daily fantasy baseball at least. So this is gonna be my first season, trying to get it going. Take advice from him.
Yeah, and what we've talked about, and what we've talked about before is NBA and football probably are going to be your sports you're able to go max 10% of your bankroll. Should never be more than that. Yeah. But on MLB, especially this early in the season, we should probably, be somewhere between 5 and 7% of your bankroll per night.
Yeah,
just because baseball's varying. Because if you look, for instance, this Brewers lineup today, you have Gomez, Lucroy, and Braun. Braun got hurt middle of the game, but nights like this where you have to pay more than $4K for a hitter.
Yeah.
They went 0 for 4, 0 for 4 for 2. You're playing on FanDuel. That's negative. That's negative points on FanDuel. That's just a big zero on DraftKings. And that's just the in and out day, variance of it all. Dustin Pedroia went for 2 home runs today. Same with Hanley Ramirez. Like, it's just, these guys will never again this season probably, maybe one of them each, but they won't go for 2 home runs in a day. These just aren't home run hitting guys. And, all these guys that did well in the GPP, stacked the Sox, or, had like a mini stack. And they took advantage of it, but
that's
not
another
very
big
often.
thing, right? Like stacking teams. For
Yeah,
MLB.
exactly. And so, like, if you look at just teams that are just in the top of GPPs today, you played in them. You can go back and look.
Yeah.
I mean, Colorado stack, they won 10-0 today. Red Sox, they won 8-0.
Right.
I had a sneaky, even though the Mariners didn't score a lot of runs today. The Mariners stack was kind of sneaky for me because I'm able to do a pretty good mid-level cash.
Yeah.
In the Slugger, or in the Slugfest, whatever it is, Slugfest, just with the Mariners stack because people were getting on base.
Right.
So I mean, that's how you're gonna do it. You're gonna want to stack players together in the lineup, so that when they get on base and they drive runs in home, you get points for the hit, the RBI, the run score,
right.
et cetera, et cetera. And if you get lucky, because baseball is very lucky to win a GPP and stuff, it's not as predictable.
Right.
As in basketball, the predictability is going to be in pitching. But I mean, besides that, it's just who's going to go off tonight. Like Mike Trout, for example, arguably one of the best hitters in the game.
How'd he do?
70. I think he had 70 no-hit games last season. If you want to, I don't know if it was 70 or not, but I remember it being roughly, almost a third, a little bit less than that. I don't know if it was 70. It was between 50 and 70 games. He didn't even get a hit, and that's just his 0 or a minus in FanDuel and 0 in DraftKings. So I mean, there's gonna be variance. You can't freak out if you're used to playing basketball. You can't freak out at a big 0. I know it's gonna look ugly. I know that's what's gonna happen.
Fear the 0.
But I mean, like the guy who took down 50K man at Slugfest had Justin Morneau, and he was, 0 for 4, 0 for 5, whatever he would say, with a big fat 0. So, I mean, you can't overreact to all that. Baseball's all luck. Never have more. In baseball, I would say more than 10%. That's even pushing it. Keep it around 8%, 7%.
Right. Especially in the beginning of the season.
Exactly, because you don't know what's going on.
How are we looking for tomorrow?
Well, I mean, tomorrow, let's see. Tomorrow, pitching's going to be big, I think, again. I'm with Greinke. I'm with Greinke tomorrow.
Yeah.
Second start or second game of the season. First start, obviously, but he's at home against an upgraded Padres lineup. But I still don't think that they're going to be all that great, especially in stadiums like Petco and at Dodger Stadium. I think these guys are going to thrive more on the road when they're playing. Obviously in Coors Field, but out in Arizona as well. So I like Zach Greinke tomorrow. I also like looking at the prices. I think we need to take advantage of whoever is pitching against Atlanta. Because, I mean, today, if you want to go look at batting scores, we've already decided this is the worst hitting team in baseball this season.
Yeah.
They just have nobody. I mean, they scored 2 runs tonight and got the win. But, I mean, I think max, that's what they're going to do every night. They're going to be 2 runs, 3 runs. Max. Like, I mean, looking at this lineup, 1, 2,
Do you have one set up right now?
No. I don't have a lineup set up. I'm just looking at the Braves lineup,
Okay.
the batting order from today. And, they had 6 hits. They're all from 6 different guys. Nobody had a multi-hit game. And I think that just comes with, they obviously, I don't think they play great pitching, and they won't, but I can still target.
Yeah.
I can still target against them just because. Besides, if you take Freddie Freeman out of the equation, there's really nobody that scares me in that lineup. So, I mean, nightly, I'm always going to look at who they're playing first. And I think tonight's, or tomorrow, is going to be a good day to target them, especially when you're going to pay a little bit more for Greinke. There's not a huge stud on the board, but I think Greinke is, who you want to play tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. And then looking at a stack to hit tomorrow, because we're talking strictly GPPs. I mean, we'll throw out some cash articles. Who are playing cash games, but
it's gonna be GPPs
when
pretty
it comes
early
down
in the
to
season.
Baseball season, I like GPPs just because you don't need to play a lot of money. You get a lot of action. You have the opportunity to hit it big if you hit your players.
Right.
And I think cash or this early in the season, it can be profitable. But, I mean, I don't want to take that chance right now. I'd rather just play it safe until we understand, you know, who's the studs, who's most consistent.
Right. Who's going to do what?
Yeah, exactly.
I
So
agree.
tomorrow, looking at hitters-wise, I would try and keep it in that Colorado-Milwaukee game. I think got to play Troy Tulowitzki just because even though he's batting against the right-handed pitcher, he is, you know, one of the best hitters in the league. He went 5 for 3 or 3 for 5 tonight and scored on all 3 times he got on base.
Right.
So I mean, he's up in the 20s on DraftKings. And also two who I think we can play tomorrow that might be sneaky in a lot of GPPs are Scooter Jeanette at second base, and Chris Davis in the outfield. Both
Scooter
of these
41.
guys,
And who? Chris
Scooter
Davis?
at 41 and Chris Davis at 44. And I mean, these two guys are the best, the most consistent hitting, you know, batters on the Milwaukee lineup against right-handed pitching. These guys get on base all the time versus right-handed pitching. And today, Scooter got hit by a pitch, but went 0 for 4, and Davis went 1 for 4. That's going to drive down a lot of people on the GPPs. And I think tomorrow, just to fill in 2 quick spots, fill in that second base. Because looking at second base, I mean, I don't really see anything I really like that jump off the page. I mean, you could play Robinson Cano, but and you can play D. Gordon, but
who else are you looking at tomorrow for pitcher?
Pitcher, I mean, if you really wanted to, because if you're playing strictly on DraftKings, Tyson Ross. I mean, that game, that's a 6.5. Let me double check on this. This is a 6.5 over under.
Yeah.
Out there in LA, trip up to 5 from where I am, but I mean, if you were like
trip up to 5,
you know. If you could just kind of, that's going to be a low-scoring game. I can easily see like a 2-1 victory for either team.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, doesn't take me off of Greinke because you know he'll get his strikeouts, he'll get his innings. Just looking back on last year, looking at his stats, he's 7 innings, 5 innings, 8 innings, 6, 8, 8. I mean, he's going to get his innings in, and he's going to get his strikeouts. And that's all you really ask for in DraftKings. DraftKings doesn't rely huge on the win. You only get 4 points for the win.
Like the last time he played San Diego, he had like 28 fantasy points.
Yeah, that was last time. That was last year when they didn't have anybody. But I mean, still, but still, I mean, he's gonna be the guy that's gonna get you 7 innings. He's going to get you 8 or 9 or 10 strikeouts. He's going to, he might give up a couple runs, but I mean, LA has the firepower inside their lineup, to get out the win, as they showed tonight. But I think in a matchup versus Tyson Ross tomorrow, I can easily see a 2-1, maybe even like a 1-0, 2-0 kind of game. So I mean, if you want to get kind of tricky with it and a little pretty, you could honestly stack Ross and Greinke in the same game. Yeah. And I mean, then you could be solid on pitching, looking for 2 guys to get you into the 20s in pitching, to get 40 or 45, maybe even 50 fantasy points out of the way, and then you can focus on your hitting lineup to get you, a good 60 or 70 points, and you can make a high place in the GPP. Yeah. I think on a night like tomorrow, I think got a little exaggerated with all these high-scoring games, but I think on a night like tomorrow, where there's not a lot of high-priced games out there, you still got some, great pitching out there on the second day of the season. That you can go ahead and have a good place in the GPP, scoring between 120 and 140. Right. So I mean, if you can try and get somewhere between 40 and maybe even 50, 55 points out of your pitchers tomorrow, and then you get a couple guys that are able to go deep, and if you get a little mini stack going in the Milwaukee game, or the possibilities, maybe even like a little San Francisco stack as they show tonight, they can kind of score some runs. Then it might be able to work out in your favor. But I mean, that's all I really have right now. I mean, just looking at it, I mean, you don't want to go all crazy, as we were saying earlier. I feel like if you were to stack maybe like a Colorado, because they show they can hit the ball no matter where they play. They showed it today. They scored, 10 runs? They scored 10 runs. You gotta have to, what I was thinking was kind of making was, if you want to stack, you could throw in Troy Tulowitzki at shortstop. You can throw in Carlos Gonzalez and Charlie Blackmon. You get that 1-2-3 for Colorado. Yeah. You do that Scooter and that Chris Davis in there with Tyson Ross and Greinke, for example. Let's take out Tyson Ross and let's put in, who can we put in tomorrow? Who's playing there? Matt Latos, okay? Put in Matt Latos. Right. Pitching against Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta wins tomorrow. I don't see them scoring. I don't really see them scoring tomorrow, to be honest with you. It's just they got nobody that can score for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, if Matt Waddles comes out and just pitches how we've seen him pitch before, you know, games where he goes 7 innings and can get you up into the 7 or 8 strikeouts.
Right.
I feel like he's able to go a little bit longer just because that hitting is so bad.
Who do you like?
I feel like he can get up in the 20s and maybe even the 30s tomorrow.
Yeah. Who do you like as shortstop? Who are you talking about?
Troy Tulowitzki. I mean, he showed it today about how good he really is. He went, 3 for 5, 3 runs. And if you stack him with Carlos Gonzalez and Charlie Blackmon can just get on base, same as Carlos Gonzalez. And you know, if they got speed to bring it home, if they're on first base. So what we're thinking is, you know, maybe one of them picks up a walk, maybe one of them has a base hit.
Which Gonzalez?
And it could be Carlos Gonzalez. 4,800.
Gotcha.
And you're looking up, and short to the whiskey, be up the bat, and he have guys, both of them in scoring position, one hit in the gap, which Troy's really good at. Even though he's not playing against left-handed pitching, I mean, he's really good at it. He's really good at hitting the baseball. You can look up and you can, get some production out of those guys, and that's what you need. And then to also mix and match with Chris Davis and Scooter Gennett, which I really, really like, because these guys against right-handed pitching are just solid. They'll get on base. If they get guys behind them to hit them in, then that's all you can ask for. And then as looking at the rest of the lineup, we're gonna kind of build real quick.
Yeah, like third base, another outfielder.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't really looked that much. I just kind of focused on a game or two. Adam Lind from Milwaukee, I guess. If we're gonna just go ahead and stack the whole game, he's just solid. He showed it today. He's gone on. He had 3 hits tonight. He had 3 hits today. I mean, he's just a solid, that would be a good cash game play at his current price.
Yeah.
At his current price, that would be a good cash game if you're getting into that. I like D. Gordon, but I don't want to play him. I like his upside when he gets on base. He can steal bags, especially on DraftKings where it's 5 points.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you have Scooter and Troy, that doesn't leave very much room. So let's skip on that. Third base, what do we got real quick? Just kind of scanning over. Very subject to change for sure.
What time do these games start tomorrow?
Lowry played well tonight. 4.
7
o'clock Eastern. 7 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, I'm going to have an article up tomorrow morning as I kind of do some homework tomorrow morning as well. But for right now, I think just when you want to build your GPP lineups, try and keep in mind, don't be scared to pay for pitching, because anybody can get on base.
Yeah.
Anybody in these lineups can get you on base, no matter what the price is. Anybody can bat in a run or two and get you points. But you're gonna need your pitching, because not every pitcher tomorrow or any day is gonna be able to go out and get you, 7 innings, 10 strikeouts in the win.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be where all of your money needs to go. You need to pay for pitching. I can't stress it anymore, because to win cash, GPP, whatever it may be, you need guys that are going to get you those points. And those are points. Every inning is points. Every strikeout is points. Unlike batting, to where you can pay up for a guy like Mike Trout at $5,100 and just, have a huge hole, salary-wise, spent on one guy. And he goes 0 for 4. I mean, today we lucked out if you played Trout, because, he won a yard.
Yeah.
On his first at-bat of the season. But even it shows you, after Trout goes yard, he doesn't show up the rest of the game. He scored his 1 point on one swing of the bat.
Right.
And I mean, that's just too much for me. If that one swing of the bat and any other part comes down and doesn't get over the wall, then he's just sitting there at a big 0.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, that's just too hard. So you need to pound in your pitching. With that being said, though, everybody else is going to do that. So sneaky plays in GPPs, you're playing a lot of entries, is look at the team that people are going to stack the most and play that pitcher. So that if that stack does not come home, not only are you beating, a good portion of the field by not playing that stack that doesn't produce, but you're playing a pitcher that's going to be really, really low owned, because everybody's going to be stacking against them.
Right.
And people won't play their pitcher against the stack. So, I mean, just a couple of things to keep in mind as you're making GPP lineups in the future tomorrow. Go ahead and pay for pitching. Make sure you get that right. Don't even think about the prices. Just go ahead and do most of your homework on pitching, because that's the most important. Don't look at price tags. When you're building your lineups to start, because you're going to start pitching. After you get both the pitchers in you like, Some nights it's gonna be both of the top studs. Some nights it's gonna be, you know, the two guys that are down the salary list. But whatever you like the most in a pitcher, play it. Don't worry
Not
about
an NBA
it.
anymore.
Make sure
You can't
they can
chicken out on a
produce.
$15,000 Westbrook. Sometimes
Yeah,
you just
exactly.
gotta bite it. You just gotta bite it.
You just gotta figure out your best matchup that you like, and be predictable. Try and predict.
Yeah.
Try and understand what's gonna happen, even though it's very hard. But then you're gonna want to worry about your hitting after you get your pitchers down.
Cool.
And maybe you get lucky swinging the bat. And,
We're gonna have some articles up too, right?
Baseball,
For tomorrow?
yeah, I'm gonna throw out an article tomorrow morning. Stay posted for that.
Okay, cool. You can catch that right
But,
here,
and
guys.
that'll come with. I'll let you guys know what games are going to be the best stacks. I'll try and not talk about the Milwaukee game because I've already kind of talked about it. I'll try and focus on something else. But yeah, and then we'll have, you know, nightly recap videos kind of like this.
Yeah. We'll keep them a little shorter. This is kind of our intro.
We're going to do it 3-4 times, maybe 5 times a week as the season kind of starts. We'll get better at it. And it won't be this long.
Yeah, we'll try and cut it down and keep it short for you guys. But we're just rambling because it's our first video. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, cool. But yeah, guys, you can catch us on our page, Daily Fantasy Nerds. Quick rundown real quick, this is our home. As soon as you type it in, Daily Fantasy Nerds, it'll send you right here. You can hit up all our articles, you know, scroll through, check it out. If you just want to go straight to the blog, just hit Daily Fantasy Articles. It's going to be the latest stuff. Just check it out. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. We got our Twitter feed. Hit us up on Twitter. You know, we'll shout you guys out. Talk back to you guys all the time.
Yeah, and also, too, if you guys have questions, because
yeah.
I mean, some people are still trying to get into this, and if you look on our site, we're going to have DFS strategies and how to. We're going to develop that in the next couple of weeks so that when you guys are trying to learn more about how all this stuff works and what's the different strategies between cash games and GPP, GPP lineups are going to be, we're going to have examples of that. But just, you know, hit me up on Twitter. I've had, you know, a handful of guys already in just the week that I've made the Twitter come in and asking, and they really like the help. And it's not hard for me to answer a couple questions. I know I'm not a pro. It doesn't have to be a pro. It's
We're all
just
learning together.
DFS enough.
Trying to make some money.
Enough to know things that'll help you that I wish I would have known. You know, things I know now I wish I would have known. You know, a year and a half ago when I was playing. You know, could have saved a lot of money. So if you guys have any questions at all, go ahead and hit me up. Hit us both up. We'll answer them right away. We got our phones on us all the time.
For sure. Other than that, I think we're good to go. This is our Twitter. If you guys want to check it out, probably make a video for tomorrow night. You know, we'll keep it going. You good, BJ?
Alright, man. I'm all good.
Alright, guys. Take it easy. Peace.
Peace.